So here's an update on this van. We have a P0299 code, which is a turbo boost type of code, which means there's not enough boost or sometimes over boost problem detected. So here's what I did. I spared you guys some time on trying to disassemble everything because I have videos on this topic. So the turbo is back there, and this is the air hose type of pipe that connects to it. This is the seal that got busted. There's a tiny rip in it, and I could show you where that rip is. It's just not very convenient. Right there. There's the rip. Right there, you see? And this is enough to cause a P0299 type of issue. We have another problem out of many problems. So we have an oil leak, which is right here. So this oil leak is coming from over there. So this pipe got replaced. It was having a bad seal at the very top, and I replaced it. Question is there anything else that's causing this type of issue here? Because this alternator is oily, and because it's oily, a battery light came on, not only for me, but it also came on for the customer. So that is that. So this pipe is installed, everything's nice and tight. It's very oily at the top. Might as well try to record this like that. As you can see, that's very oily. So there's got to be another leak somewhere besides that pipe, because there's just way too much oil up in that area. Now, one of the leaks that we know of is it does have an oil cooler seal leak. So oil cooler seal leaks, yeah, let's see. Oh my goodness. All right, oil cooler seal comes usually from where that starter is, and as you can see right below the starter, it's oil. Starter's oily, and that's because the drain plug, well, there's no plug there, there's just a drain hole. It basically leaks out all the excess oil from the oil cooler leak right there by the starter. So question is it leaking out anywhere else? And possibly is, but this is not my job to really solve this issue, because you really have to tackle the oil cooler leak first before you do anything else. There's just oil everywhere, and it's just like, it's all over here, it's dripping down over here, it's just everywhere. So now it's time for me to delete the codes, take it on a test drive, and see if anything else comes back. But before I do that, there's something else I've remembered that I want to show you. As you can see right here with this oil pipe, that is not supposed to be like that, unless somebody just recently changed the oil and they got this oil leak right here. That should not be like that. And this sits directly above the alternator. So there's a possibility that we're having some kind of seal issue over here, and possibly at the very top. This could be a very easy solution, and that is pulling this bolt off and just taking this whole thing that extends everything, just take it out and just install this by itself over here towards the cap. Now what that will do is at least will possibly prevent the light on the for the alternator to be coming on like it's not charging. But right now, with everything being oily like it is, it's gonna be very hard to tell, but I'm almost confident that this is what's going on. This is oily right here too, right below it. So I'm just probably gonna do this for the customer, just let him know that I've done that. Perhaps this is gonna help him out. So what do the codes say? I just deleted them. There's no fault codes at this time. So let's take it on test drive and see what happens. Okay, first start up before I fixed everything, after I fixed everything. Okay, came on, got a few little beeps. So no check engine light right now. Let's try to rev it. Okay. Does rev. Now I wonder how long that's going to last for. We are having another issue. One of the intake runners is stuck. Now that could be due to the fact that intake runners, they're plastic and they get worn out, and swirl valves, they don't want to open anymore, and that is that. We'll see if that code comes back after the test drive, but I believe that might also be the result of carbon buildup where the intake is, because with, you know, anytime you're having a low boost type of issue, some exhaust gases, they cannot escape, so they get trapped because they're not being pushed fast enough out of the exhaust. And the possible result of that is intake manifold gets a lot of grime inside, you know, due to all the carbon buildup. So, you know, maybe this intake runner stuck because of this limp mode issue. I guess one thing we'll tell is after the test drive, we will see if that is the case or not. Hopefully we could drive it kind of hard to where we could just get it unstuck. I mean, that would be a likely scenario. Now, I don't have my hopes up, but hey, you know, we could try that. Also, what I'm gonna do for this customer, without charging for it, just because I don't know if I could really fix this issue or not, I'm gonna take my SDS computer, I'm gonna plug it up, and I'm gonna try to see if I could manually, through the computer, engage, well, actually I guess electronically, but through the computer, force the intake runner to open and close and stuff like that, and hopefully get it unstuck. That is a long shot, but I'm gonna try to do that. I really don't want to have to charge him for something that will not work, but if it does work, hey, it's going to be a little experience that I gained from it, and all the experience does help. So anyways, let's take it on test drive. Okay, so basically I just drove out of my driveway and onto a smaller type of street to do my initial test. And you know, upon acceleration, I really could see, I mean, I could hear air being lost. This right here, you could kind of hear it, even though I'm driving it kind of slow. So right now it disappeared. It is gone. So I'm wondering, what is all that about? It just seems like air is being lost. So is that due to the fact that oil cooler seals are leaking really bad and there's oil spewing out from there, or is it something else? But I like to listen for these type of things. Like, I could really hear the hissing. I mean, I know one thing is a seal has been replaced and one of the pipes has been replaced. Now the other pipe I have not checked yet. Also, it does not look oily and grimy. So, you know, this definitely could be a leak somewhere else. But anyways, right now I'm just speaking too soon. This is just my observations. So, I mean, right now it's, you know, the way it's driving normal on the streets without me pressing the gas pedal very hard. It seems to be drivable, and I haven't tried forcing anything just yet. But I will as soon as I make it to the stop sign over there, because from then on, that is the highway. And I'm gonna try to first lightly accelerate, and then we'll try to do a little bit more. So anyways, here we go. Just got a car coming and a truck, and I do not want to accelerate with them in a way. So anyways, let's park it and see if it's in limp mode. It's in limp mode, so this is going to be completely unnecessary for me to have to accelerate it right now. There is definitely a limp mode, and I'm hearing a hiss, so I'm gonna have to diagnose this type of issue. So we're just gonna take it on a short little drive back to the house. So I'm actually accelerating it at full blast, and this is what I get. This is not cool. I was hoping to at least solve it, but this limp mode can also be coming due to the swell valve, but I'm kind of thinking that there is a possibility that there's a boost leak somewhere, so I need to try to find it now. Okay guys, I'm underneath the hood. I'm gonna try to test and see if I have any hissing coming from here in the back or anywhere. I'm gonna have to detect it. Okay, we are having some exhaust air coming up over here. Do not see anything obvious. Now the turbo is making a whining noise. This is not good. There's definitely smoke coming out. It's burning my eyes. I think it's this area. So guys, there's some kind of weird type of stuff that's going on. Right above 2000 to 3000 RPMs, there's some shakiness occurring. It's almost like the turbo is actually bad on this one. Right here, in this area. Okay guys, one more thing. Right around over here, this area, but I cannot see it. Okay, let's continue. Definitely a leak over here in this area. I can't see it. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time, except this time I'm gonna climb over the fence. I found it. That's the area that's So after reading this code, this is what I'm getting back. It's a P0299 type of turbocharger, supercharger under boost. Looks like the other code for the swirl valves is not appearing right now. But one thing to note is before taking on a test drive, that code was there, but I just deleted it, thinking that it's actually going to come back. But the drive was very short, so therefore might have just like not even came back for that situation. So I'm scanning this 2007 van with my SDS type of system, and as you could see, there's definitely many faults. So let's go ahead and test this top fault right here. We're gonna see what that is about. So current fault codes. Okay, this is B90/3 right EKAS and position measurement sensor. The valve is actuated and open, readout too small. So we have that problem. So let's go ahead and delete it. So let's take a look at, let's see, stored codes. See what that has. So nothing in stored. And then we're going to check the current fault codes to see if it deleted. It deleted. Okay, moving on. There's a problem with the instrument cluster. It's actually not showing the correct reading for the mileage. Actually, it does not even show it at all. So let's see if there's any codes for that. Instrument cluster error during initialization. Okay, so we're just gonna delete it. Maybe this error came about at some point and never switched off. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and exit out. I'm gonna scan the SAM module. Okay. License plate lights, right side light, open circuit center, high mounted stop lamp, short circuit. Okay, well, these are a problem, and no matter what I do, they will just keep coming back. It's not what I'm looking for. So we have electronic stability program. So this is all the lights on for the ABS, ESP, and traction control. Let's see what kind of codes it's going to give us. So let's see, N30/4 ESP control unit version, coding string invalid. Interesting. So there's something invalid here. We're going to go ahead and delete it. There might be a problem with either some kind of ABS sensor, which there is one underneath the seat. Or it might be the actual ABS system. Let's see, I don't know why it wants me to hit ready. Okay. Okay, let's see if that gives me anything. Okay. Done that. Okay, well, still we're having the same issue. We're just gonna delete one more time. So now there's an error for communications. So let's try deleting one more time. Fault memory could not be erased. Precautions for the
test were not met. Okay, let's see what's in the stored codes. Same thing. Let's see what's gonna happen if we're gonna delete it. So same thing happening here. So it looks like the first time we deleted them, but the problem's back because the problem is not resolved. That's usually the way things go. You cannot delete something that is an actual problem. But if it's not a problem, just noise, you could definitely delete it. So this is the actual values of all these things. We do not need it right now. And this is the supplemental restraint system, which the codes are for it as well. So let's see what's going on with that. Okay, so let's see if we could just delete it. And we're gonna hit stored codes again. Nothing. Apparently that worked. Let's look at the current. Nothing. Go back. I'm gonna try to scan the electronic stability program one more time. See if by exiting out and getting back in, it will help with the signal acquisition type of issue. Yeah, that seems like it just did not work to begin with, but apparently it did. Delete the stored. Let's see what's in the current. Nothing, so that one okay. Let's start the vehicle up and see what we come up with. Well, ABS, traction control, and ESP is still there. Apparently by cutting this on, because my system is plugged in, it shut off the system anyways. What about it? Well, let's see, we'll just leave it.